Well, hi, Budget Comics back again with another budget haul. We're going to start with two books here. I got these out of the dollar bin. This is Marvel Premiere 46, 45 and 46. The Man-Wolf story, the Star God saga, if you will. And it's really a cool story, not talked about very often. The Marvel Premiere actually came out with some really uh, awesome one shot or two issue stories. Marvel Spotlight, all those anthology series were just great for these. This is really a cool turn with the Man Wolf character. He goes into space or a different dimension. I don't remember what exactly how you would determine that, but it's just a great story. And like I said, I got both of these in probably VF shape right out of the dollar bin for $1. So well worth grabbing if you happen to come across them. Next, we have West Coast Avengers Annual 3, part of the Evolutionary War. I'm showing this because of one thing that's inside, and it's right here. It's a pinup. And if you see there, this is a pinup of Wonder Man. If you see there in the back, it has a poster that says Archon Swords Against Aardvarks, starring Simon Williams, which is Wonder Man. And many of you know, hopefully this isn't a spoiler, but there was a scene cut out with Nathan Fillion from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where he was playing Simon Williams, who was playing Archon. I think this is the only reference I could find that Simon Williams in the comics played Archon. So it's a like a bonus Guardians of the Galaxy minor key. Nothing really special, but kind of fun if you're thinking about that. I think the scene will probably get added in the DVD or the Blu-ray copy or whatever it is. So it's just a fun little book. Again, right out of the dollar bin. Happened to see it. Might worth picking up. Is it really anything? No, but it's something. Next, I have a couple of the books from Free Comic Book Day that kind of struck me as books you might want to grab. If you didn't grab them, your comic book store might still have them out. It's been a couple of weeks, but sometimes they still just leave them out to get rid of the excess. And this is one I didn't see many people talking about, and not many people picked up, at least at my local comic book store. But this is Fresh Off the Boat, Legion of Dopitude, featuring Lazy Boy. This is actually from the show Fresh Off the Boat. I don't know how many folks watch that, but it's a show set in the 90s, so it has a nice 90s feel to it. But also, it was endorsed on the show. This group of superheroes actually had an episode of the show about it. So it does have a TV tie-in, and it was endorsed by Stan Lee on the show in a backdoor type of way. So if this turns into a series, or if this shows up in the TV show more, it might be something worth grabbing. Sometimes these Free Comic Book Day comics, not that become super valuable, but at least become some sort of a key issue. So this could turn into that. Next I got this out of the quarter bin, and I show this because it's a book I've been looking for a while. And again, I love this 90s stuff, and this was a book that kind of surprised me in the 90s because I didn't really know what happened. This is Thunderstrike 24. I think this is from 95. And this is where the last issue of Thunderstrike is where Thunderstrike dies. And I didn't know he died. I remember reading Wizard or something, not knowing that he died until like months later. This just shows how far down this series went and how far this character went. And to have him actually killed off at the end was kind of surprising, which is much hoopla as they put around just 2 years before giving him this series. So you could probably find this in the dollar bin. Like I said, I found this in the quarter bin. Again, another Free Comic Book Day. This is Secret Empire. I'm not going to get into Secret Empire, but what this has that maybe make it, a key, not a valuable key, but a key, It has the new Trapster, first appearance of the new Trapster, from what I can tell, in it, which is a backup Spider-Man story. And it's a lady. It's totally different. No Paste Pop Pete anymore. So worth picking up if you didn't get it or are staying away from the Secret Empire. There's still a good Spider-Man story in there. Next we have Thor Annual 1. This is the variant cover. I don't think there's any sort of special numbers on this variant. It's just a variant cover. This is the creator spotlight type thing. This is CM Punk's first Marvel work, and I think first published mainstream work in comics. I got a little hoopla when it came out, but it has been kind of forgotten about, and people actually like CM Punk's Drax, and so might be worth grabbing if you like wrestling, like what he did. And considering it's CM Punk, it's a fun variant. Again, I don't think it's any sort of special variant, but it's a variant. Next we have and I got this from my comic book store. This isn't on the comic. This is on the cover. I couldn't get the sticker off, and I'm too cheap and lazy to change out for new bags. This is Usagi Yojimbo Senso number 6. I like this. I love Usagi Yojimbo. And this was a miniseries that came out a few years back with not a lot of fanfare. And this is actually the death of Usagi Yojimbo, sort of, kind of. But if you're a Usagi Yojimbo fan, it's worth picking up. Wasn't talked about a whole lot, but worth grabbing. So, worth picking up. From my odd character collection, this is Savage Dragon number 5, and I love reading these books and articles about the odd comic book characters, like Codpiece, Dog Welder, so on and so forth, but nothing beats who shows up here. And this is polybag for some reason, which I don't remember why it's polybag. I can't find a card or a magazine or anything. I'm not sure why it's polybag, but it's polybag. Savage Dragon, second series, number 5. This is the first appearance of Dung. Dung was a Savage Dragon villain who shot feces out of his hands. Not talked about very often, but one of the weirdest characters I've ever seen. Next we have Quantum and Woody. I think this is 4, and this is a Legend of Zelda variant. With all the talk of the Quantum Woody stuff going on, I don't see this talked about very often, as these 8-bit covers are really becoming popular. So worth picking up. Another cool cover. This is right after Alf got canceled. Alf number 40. And it says, I'm not one to bite the hand that feeds me, but I might consider biting the network that canceled me. So it's just a cool thing. I got this out of the dollar bin. This is West Coast Avengers 56. This is where Scarlet Witch goes bad. This was a big book for a while when House of M was going on. Now you can find it in the dollar bin, so worth looking for. Next, with Wildstorm coming back out, this is Gen 13 number 7. This is DV8. They were kind of the edgier Gen 13. This is Gen 13 second series. A dollar book again, worth looking at, maybe worth grabbing. A book that's kind of forgotten about. This is Alan Moore's ABC Comics, America's Best Comics. This is Tom Strong number 1. I got this for $2, I think, off my comic shop. Cool series, great series, really cool key. Last book we have. This is the best Wonder Woman cover ever. This beats Adam Hughes' stuff, the bondage stuff. The one that's based off the statue, the Joker cover. All those covers. Nothing beats this, and this is a Silver Age book, I think from 67 or 68. And this is Wonder Woman 174. I give you the Wonder Heisman. I got this for $15. I love this cover. I just think it's so ridiculous, so cool. And it's just a fun cover. If you're into Wonder Woman and these weird covers, definitely worth grabbing that. Got this for, like I said, 15, 16 bucks. Just an awesome cover. So, well, that's it for now. Like if you like, I'm going to post again no matter what. Bye.